Welcome everyone, it is good to be back and thank you for joining me for another episode of Captain of Industry. So here we go again, and what do we see here? Well, before we get into all the progress I have made, let's give a big shout out to everyone for supporting me. Thanks to all the subscribers, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscription button. About 50% of my viewers are not subscribers, so it'll be fantastic if a few of you would smash that subscribe button and continue to support me and help me grow the channel and help me move towards bigger and greater games. But what's better than the greatest production management game as Captain of Industry? So you can see a maze of spaghetti and pipes and oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so we have done quite a bit between this episode and the last episode, and the reason I've jumped way ahead, or not way ahead, just tried to get things under control is because things were out of control. I didn't have any fuel was my major problem, water was a major problem, power was a major problem, coal is continued to be a major problem, but we seem to be getting that under control. But look at this, look at our mine, how huge it has become. How good is this game? I love it. Absolutely love it. So again, thank you for joining me. And let's progress in showing you around what I have done. So you can see quite a bit has changed. So we're going to start with all this jumbled mess over here, but it does make some sense. So first of all, power. So what have we done to the power? So the major addition to power is we have a storage unit here. So if we have any future problems, this stores some energy. So as you can see, it's full. So if we do have some issues with one of these steam or turbine generators, if that could be we run low on coal, or I'll show you in a minute, we could run on one out of the boilers or the gas boilers, we will have some sort of power to continue power generation. Now we do have to expand this. That's only one, it's no way near enough. We've got plenty of power at the moment, so that's a big win. So we shouldn't have much of an issue there unless we do have an issue with coal or this particular boiler, which I will say is running on naphtha. Pretty sure that's what it is, but I might have to Google that and find out exactly how to pronounce that. And yeah, so we'll probably pop one of these in on this episode if we can fit it in, but obviously fitting that in, we'd rather get one on in this series here, but we're running out of room, so we might have to dig here. So it might not be for this episode, it might be for a follow-up episode. As I said, we've got plenty of power. Water, that was a major issue. So what we have done, we've got plenty of these rainwater harvesters, which really are quite useless. So we are low on all water, and yes, we have a quick look on groundwater. So pretty much empty. Obviously they do refill with rain, but as soon as it rains, we're just chewing up that water. So it's not, the groundwater is not filling up quick enough. So what we had to do is, if we follow over to here, we have put through or put in some desalination plants or thermal desalination plants. So basically these ones here take ocean water, which we're shipping in from over here. Remember, we extended this out with our dumping trucks. So we're taking in ocean water here. We're pumping it all the way down here. And look at this. We are overstocked with food. How good is that? And you know what that means? We've got enough water. So that's where the ocean water pumps into here, all the way around here and straight into these bad boys. So we are pumping out. Oh, we do need steam for this, to do this, but we're also getting our water out of these thermal desalinators. So, but it does make some brine, which we're pumping back into the ocean. Okay, so that is how we've solved our water problem. So that's why we have water, well, not in those ones because they're heavy oil, but we have water all around here. All right, full. We've kept our existing infrastructure just in case. So all these I'll keep here for now, but look, they're full because these are full. So that basically these water desalinators here, pump through, support all the farms. And pretty much from about here, yeah, they sort of joins up here. And these ones pump that way, the desalinators pump this way, oops, and pump this way. So we have plenty of water. And that also goes over to this farm and obviously fills in our very, very important water for our boilers, which we need for our power generation. So that's that solved. Okay, so the other big issue is we wanted to move into production of some of our other fluids. So if we go in over here, we wanted to get our chemical plant started. We haven't done this yet. We've got to do this, but we've got to get our distillation, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We wanted to get that happening. We've already got rubber and a cracking unit to make fuel, because that'll solve our fuel problem. So we've built it all up here. Still some fine tuning that we need to do, but we've thrown in a couple of boilers. Now we're only utilizing one of these with what we're putting out. They've pretty much been, I know I've got them all selected, but they've been run by heavy oil at the moment. So what's happening is the steam's being produced. It's going into first the stage 1, which needs oil and steam. That's turning into medium oil and heavy oil and sour water. The sour water is pretty much pumped back all the way out to, and just at the moment, dumped straight into the ocean. But we will be utilizing that very soon in this episode or maybe the next. And then that's pumped into stage 2. Stage 2 is taking that medium oil and turning it into some diesel and some light oil. So the diesel, we're pumping straight over here into these diesel storage, and which supports our fuel station. We then are getting some more fuel. It gets also sent across down, if I can remember where that fuel goes. Fuel. If I am right, goes under there. So I think that's where it goes. It goes into those ones. Okay. Then they also put out some light oil, which is going into these pipes that come straight down here into stage 3. So light oil and steam, which all these ones are requiring steam, and all this steam is coming from this boiler here. So this, as I said, the heavy oil pumps into here. The medium oil goes in over here. The steam is powered all through here for all these different stages, and that produces fuel gas from the light oil and steam, and that which gets stored, or if it's not stored, utilized, it goes straight in to make fuel. Oxygen is from our earlier built air separators, and that's all pumped through here, comes underneath here, all the way through to our cracking unit. So we've got fuel. So we've got plenty of fuel, obviously making quite a bit of pollution at the moment, but we'll work on fixing that up as we get new tech. Now, we did have the naphtha, which comes through here. Pumps, you can see, pumps all the way back through here. And the reason that was because our rubber now uses that as well. We're still using coal. Oh, we're still using coal. I thought I removed. Oh no, we always need coal. Sorry, my mistake. There it is. So it's pumping straight up the back here and into our rubber creators or production, which gets currently stored into there. Hopefully we can use that for something else later, because we need these to keep running, because if we don't run, then everything backlogs. Or I've got to dump this into the ocean. I don't want to do that as yet. As you can see, rubber's full, but I can sell this to some of the cities and swap it out, but the only thing is it swaps out for timber, and I've got plenty of that. So what happens with any extra of that it gets bypassed over here. Here it goes, all the way down here into our boiler gas. So we're phasing out this one. I've got it on pause at the moment just because I'm keeping it here in case we have an issue with our production of naphtha. I am going to correct myself when I jump off this episode and check Google how to pronounce that. And then I'm going to get, yeah, so that will produce steam for our turbines. A little bit cleaner than what our coal production is. So one conveyor isn't able to support 3, so that's worked out really well. So that's paused, these are now pumping out. I have got a secondary one ready to go as well, but we aren't producing enough of that one. Now, so that's got that solved. So we have solved our water problem, we've solved our power problem. As you can see, we're producing a lot of power than what we need. We are also solving our fuel problem. So we have smashed it out. These are on pause at the moment because we're not utilizing construction parts 2, 3 at the moment. We have stocked up on pretty much everything. I think the only thing that we're really chewing through, I know we're starting to stock up. We're going through concrete. Now we have got a couple of these on pause because we didn't have population, but we don't really need them at the moment. So we've hit population maxed out. So we do need to upgrade. So we're going to put that on upgrade. That's number 1. Now, what we do need to do is we're now full of fuel. So what we're going to do in this episode, we're going to run some new fuel lines. We are going to start stocking up quite heavily here. So our fuel here is full, which was empty. Fuel's empty everywhere bar our last fuel tank, which is just here. So we'll get that sorted. We then will we need to get the fuel. We need to get fuel to our other fuel station. So we're going to do that now. So the way I'm going to do that is pretty much I'm going to either run a fuel line here underneath all the way through here because he's not really stocked up though, is he? He's stocked up transported product. Or we just leave it because that's going to start filling up now that you're full. See that by the line starting to be filled up and that oil is still not coming in fast enough. So let's have a look at our map. So our map, that's on pause because we're not using it, but we can look where we're going to use that shortly. The fuel, we're on full shifts. We're now running 3 shifts, so we're pumping it out at the moment. And well, I think all of them are. So let's have a quick look. We're on 36. Yep, we're all on 3. So we can keep an eye on that. We might have to drop them back if we need some population until we build our more advanced city. But we can't travel anywhere here. And that's due to the distances ship can travel. So we need some tech. So let's go straight and start up our tech. Let's go over here and do some more research. Now, what have we got? We've got salt production, seawater pump, which we've already got. We're still having issues. Oh, that uses low steam. That's interesting. And vehicle assembly. So we need that. So let's add that to the queue. We're researching at the moment, Research Lab 3, and we're getting conveyors over here because we need to get more advanced conveyors on that. Alternative to timber, to wood. Alternatives to wood. Cargo, vehicle, increases vehicle limit by 20. Whoa, that's actually quite urgent. So let's get you. So let's cancel you. We will now put, that's fine. So we're going to go that. Actually, we'll remove you. 1, 2. Then we can go this. Then we can go that, which is assembly. And then we've got ship bridge. Advanced ship bridge also contains a better radar for area exploration. But we really need ships to have more. Ship's engine, here it is. Aha. So do we do that? Oh, we can't do that until we get level. Okay, we need research lab 3. Alright, so that's enough for now. That'll get us going. Waste treatments. So much. This is, how good is this? So much. So we are fast approaching early access, so that's why I did advance so much. So let's get into it. Let's build that fuel line. Now again, it's going to keep popping up. Cracking unit has no, I've got selected. There we go. Oh, and then something I didn't show you all here. I haven't really used these anywhere. I'm now using a pipe balancer. So with that, I was noticing that these were getting backlogged. We didn't need all the steam, which meant that we were filling up with heavy oil, which backlogged over to here. Where's the heavy oil from? Over here. And obviously this was just freezing up because we had too much backload of heavy oil. So what I've done, I have got this bypassing. So the priority, the steam goes over this side and then pumps into all these. We've got the perfect amount from 1 to support 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it supports all of those. Now the overflow will pump down here into our steam generation at the moment. So we do have a little bit excess, but we do, if you noticed here, we've only got what have we got? 24. We need 36, and we're producing only 24. So we're missing out on 12. So this is not always functioning. So we've got that extra steam pumping over from this one. Sorry, because this one's not really functioning. We don't have enough heavy oil. And pumping over to power plant, which pretty much keeps it consistently going, even though these two are half filled. So they're supporting to create one. Now, or just over one. So we're going to overflow. We're going to fix up the oil fuel situation. So we want to create, I think you got, no, so we see we're low on diesel here. This is sort of wasted. But then you're bypassing over here when you are. One. Where are your, you've got your outlet, where's your fuel outlet going from? Just there, okay, there it is. Alright, and they're going over there, okay. So that fuel is being bypassed over here and coming down here. Gotcha. So there's all the fuel excess right there. So let's do that now. So we could probably just do this. Fidgety sometimes. Why aren't you going under there? Ah, I know. It's going to have to go like this. down again. And it will flow all the way. That music's probably a little bit loud. Let's just put you in there. Okay, so they will slowly build, but I need to somehow, I don't think I can. I think I just stuffed that up. Did. So, let's just delete that part. We'll do that. Like I'm gonna have to though. Quite annoying. I might just lower it down. There we go. Okay, so now just got to make sure we will have to put down a path, because otherwise now they won't be able to. Let's put it maybe here. Probably don't need a big one. That's it. We probably need to expand all of the other ones to larger ones. That'll at least get you done. And what we'll do is take, I'm only using big pipes most of the time now, just so I don't have to expand them later. So I could have made these a little higher. Alright, so that's that done. That will now support that. We're going to get rid of that line. And that's going to be the fuel. Now, I'm going to run up, now that we're going to have a bit of fuel pumping through, we're going to be utilizing this area a lot. So let's start up another fuel line in this area. So we're going to run up a fuel, we'll just put a station here would be fine. So we'll just put it out here. And with our research, which we're now back on track doing, we're going to have an extra 20 vehicles we're going to utilize. So we'll be able to fill you with a couple of vehicles. So now we're going to run a line for oil. How are we going with oil? Just checking up. So we are slowly filling that line up with oil. So it's only a matter of time. So we're now actually, this is the first time we've actually had these full with a little bit of excess oil. These bad boys are pumping in oil because we're on 3-shift system. Oh, we've actually made our extra docking area. This is going to be interesting. Let's just pause here. Always forget to look up here. So we've got worker problem. Oh, population's coming down. Oh, and that's because of pollution? I'm guessing. 3 oil rigs, yep. Alright, we have an issue here. Alright, so let's go back to our oil rigs and let's put them both onto shifts of 2. That should fix up our population issue at the moment. Or one of them will put down to 2. Get the other one as well. 2, so we're going to put you down to 2 shifts. But we are a population meltdown at the moment, so we're going to put a growth boost. Plenty of food. That should hopefully make them a little happier. Which we've got plus for them, we can go back to population boosts. Okay, so hopefully that sorts itself out. So let's continue building our other fuel line. So that's going to be pretty straightforward. We will just, where's that? Doesn't need to be anything special. Definitely going to use up a lot of our construction parts. So I won't, now that I've advanced quite a bit, I've got most things under control. We can't even store our potatoes from harvest that we've got so much food pumping out because we don't have an issue with water anymore. Oh. Again, just in case I've got to extend this, I'm just using the larger pipes just to again save having to upgrade later as much. We'll worry about upgrading. Done. That's that part. Now let's continue. Where are we on? We can do the same thing. We go. And then pretty much now that is still filling our cargo, so that pretty much the main production of this oil is filling our ships, because now that fuel station is being filled from these tanks. So, and now that tank up here in the back is being filled by our overproduction over here of fuel, which is just over here, overproduction. Now we could pump that fuel straight into here, which might be a good idea when we need this, but that's fine at the moment. So let's finish our oil. So that's coming up there. We're now going to bring you all the way down. Let's see if we can get a nice line down here. rather it be high just so the trucks can come over it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we did that. Good. Up, 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 up. And up. Perfect. Stay high. Okay, it's a bit lower. It's alright. Done. Alright, so that means we will now have a fuel station up here. How are we going? We are now bringing our population back up, as we are low on 2 workers, and we need to get our oil production up high. But we have got a double cargo ship, double cargo depot. Now again, these depots actually expand again when we So when we do these, it actually allows you to do a cargo depot of 4 fluid modules. Okay, so that is our fuel. You've seen an overview. That's our fuel, going to be our fuel problem solved. Everywhere there will be fuel for our trucks. So we're going to be much more efficient. They're not going to drive too far to get fuel. We are pretty safe right now. So I just wanted to make this episode a bit of an overview, as well as finish off just that short build of fuel. And on the next episode, we are going to move into our next stages of what are we going here? So we're going to be, well, let's look at using the sour water, because as I said, with sour water, we're just pumping that straight into the ocean over here. I think that might be it there. But we're pumping it straight into the ocean. And then we also have chemical plant. Now, ammonia is produced here, and that's where we're going to use our sulfur. So sour water, oh, that's going to make sulfur. Ooh, okay. Okay, sour water, steam makes sulfur, makes ammonia. But sour water by steam, that's interesting. Steam, high steam, sour water 24. So the same amount makes water as well, but it gives us the same output. So it's a bonus of water. So we get excess water. That's great. That's actually really, really good. But why would they do that? Interesting. It's a bit of a bonus. Maybe it's because some people have got too much water and they don't need the water. But that's interesting. You get extra water with no extra input. 24, 6, and you still get the same output plus 18 water. And that's a lot of water. Interesting. Because that might save on power with the desalinators. And what else haven't we built? Let's have a quick look. We don't really need this yet. But we can use sulfur to make acid. And what did acid help with? There was something that acid helped with. What was it? Oh, was it... let's pause it for a second. Acid. Stuff in here. It's one of these, isn't it? No. You're all screaming at me going, it's this, it's that. Well, what is it? What needs... I could just go to this. I don't know why I never use this. Here we go. It's right on the screen. Acid can be used for, so it's okay, so it's a future product, but here we go. Copper. So that's over here. There it is. So we can actually save on water and we can use the acid. So there we go. So that's another option we can do. Okay. But again, not really interested in that at the moment. So the mixer, concrete mixer, limestone, yeah. All right. What else can we build that I haven't? We've built all of these. We've now, as I said, the next episode, we're going to build the chemical plant and the sour water stripper. We may need to increase the amount of these to get more of the obviously alternative oils. Oh, here we go. Excess food we have at the moment will make fuel gas and will make dirt. Okay, so that's something we could do, but we don't need it. And that's about it. Maintenance depot. We've got all that at the moment. Research lab. We will have research lab 3 in a moment. Transformer, we've got all for the... Oh, actually, do we have enough transformers? That's probably why people are unhappy. What's their need? Electricity, 1. We're producing, they need 1.5. What do you produce? Where's our... Oh no, transformers 501 kilowatts. That is fine. But why are you... Are we not... We're not enough water? Aha. That's why we're... That's why the population's not happy. Power's fine, but water... There's not enough water. So... We'll also have to run a pipeline. Getting plenty of water here. Just because these aren't producing much. So we need to run a pipeline over from here. All the way over this side. So I might do... That's probably the only thing I'll do between this and the start of the next episode. Alright everybody, thank you. I know it was a bit more of an overview episode of what I've done so far, but I will leave it now that we've got a lot of it, most things under control now, so then we can focus on advancing to the next levels. We have got some techs coming up, as new tech coming up as well. So that's going to be exciting. So again, everybody, thank you very much for all the support. Thank you for joining me. And like always, let's go finish off looking at, let's put it on play. On our whole new, look at this jumble of refineries and distillation. We've got everything happening. Look at this. Stage 1, stage 2, we've got absolutely all happening down here. Look at that. So like always, I will see you all on the other side.